Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. I think it should be live. I literally just started streaming about a minute ago and then realised that I was streaming on Mixer rather than YouTube, so well done me. But it's literal years since I've streamed on YouTube. Yeah, I hadn't for ages because for some reason YouTube streams literally got no views at time. But looks like we've got a load of viewers already. Awesome Gamer 241, Xlaws, Pepon, Thomas Beer, Ez Solike, No Answer, Mikael Khan, James Kane, Fortnite Clips, Burger Boy. When does the stream start? Well, I am streaming right now, so that's the time. Q the 5th. Loads of people in the stream already. Welcome to the stream, everyone. What's going on? Today, as the title suggests, I'm going to be doing the League SBC method and making loads and loads of coins. Freddie Ledbetter, welcome to the stream. You love me. Thank you. Love you too, Freddie. Mikael Khan, not an ideal time because you're going out 15 minutes. Well, we'll get some quick bronze packs done in 15 minutes. I've literally spent the past hour opening bronze packs because, don't tell my mum, but I was on the phone to her because she lives in France and I was just opening bronze packs. The whole time, as well as obviously chatting to her in case she does happen to be watching. Hi, Mum. I don't think she's an avid viewer, but we're gonna just open up a couple of bronze packs to start the stream off, which is what you need to do to start off the method. I mean, I have genuinely got like 2,000 bronze players in my club from doing this, but I don't particularly need to do this. But to start off, I'm going to outline. I've done a video talking about how to do this, but I'm going to fully explain. Tom Price, hey faggot, you're so bad at FIFA, mate. You used the wrong "your." You could have at least got that right. Nice one. Kim Banano, welcome to the stream. James Briggs as well. Dayan, welcome to the stream. Top Bins, Cameras, loads of people in the stream. What's going on, everyone? What you want to start off by doing is opening 400 coin and a few 750 coin bronze packs. I'd do like probably about 5 400 coin ones and maybe one 750 coin pack for, well, yeah, one for every 5, if that makes sense. And that's going to get you a good base to start. You need a good couple of hundred bronze players in your club. So you want to open, I'd say, about 50 bronze packs to start this off, which does take quite a bit of time. It will take a bit of time, but that's all you need for this. It's very, very easy to make coins. The only thing you need is time. You don't need any like specific skill or anything. You don't even need luck. I mean, obviously, the luckier you are, the better packs you'll get. But given you're opening so many packs, and you're like, it doesn't really matter how lucky you are because eventually you're going to make back lots of coins because you're going to eventually pack someone good. So the only thing you really need for this is time. And if you're on a gap year like me, then that's perfect because I have literally every day. You basically just want to go and open loads and loads of bronze packs to start off. And then I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Because you're going to put all the usable bronzes for League SBCs into League SBCs. You're going to use all of the ones that aren't usable for League SBCs, so from leagues like the Ukrainian League, for example, you put them into the bronze upgrade SBC. From that you get silvers, and the usable silvers are going to be good for more League SBCs. And the ones that aren't good for League SBCs, obviously again, that play in kind of random leagues, you put into the gold upgrade and you get gold players. And then you can use those gold players, you can actually use them in the new SBC, we've got the player pick one. And I've been doing that today. Kim Banana with a lot of support in the chat there. I think we've pulled. David, welcome to the stream. I'm gay, apparently, according to David. No. Tom Price, thanks for that, man. Wait, have we got any mods? Have we got any mods? Time out all the slightly strange people in the chat. How many posts before throwing the controller and rage quit? How many times do you have to hit the post for that to happen? I haven't broken or thrown a controller in FIFA 19, I don't think, which is good. Good for me. I used to be a rage, what's it called? I used to be about 12, so I used to throw my controller about all the time, and went through quite a few. Looking forward to my dating app sponsor video. Yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Some dating app with like 60 million users worldwide apparently emailed me and want me to do want me to do a video for them. So yeah, might be showing you guys how to get on the pool if you want to see that. Definitely gonna be a cringy video, but I'll get some money for it. So up the boys. Are the player picks worth it? They are if you're using the League SBC method. So I'll show you some packs from that later on today. Fortnite clips. Thanks for that, man. Zachary, welcome to the stream, dude. What we're doing is League SBC farming. So we're starting off just by opening some bronze packs. That's how you want to start the method off. I've already opened loads and loads and loads of these, but I'm just stocking up my club a little bit more. You really can't open enough bronze packs. So I'm getting a good amount done now. And I think we've probably got enough now because I've literally opened probably about 400 bronze packs in the past 2 days. Would this work on a fresh account? Well, you do need coins to start off. You want about 25 to 50k to start off. Kim Bonano, thanks for that. Okay, so once you've got all your bronzes sorted out, you want to go over to... I'm going to unfavorite these because I need these 2 SBCs, or these 3 SBCs, but mainly these first 2. Have you got 7k? Is that enough to start? No, I do some trading first just to get up to about 25k or so. So you want to go to bronze, and then you just do this and pick a league. I can hear my dog making noise. Just pick a league that hasn't got a League SBC and put all the bronzes in. So we've got League 1 right here. And I'm literally just going to fill this out with just bronze players here. And I've got a lot of bronzes because I've opened a lot of bronze packs, and I'm just going to get loads of silver upgrade packs here. And the silver upgrades are really good because that's going to give you players that are going to be useful for other League SBCs. Because all these guys here are irrelevant. I'm not going to use these guys for anything apart from for SBCs. I was able to do Prime Moments Blanc for not just for free, but for profit. I genuinely made profit from doing that SBC. I started off... I'd say about a week ago using this method, and I've packed so many walkouts and special cards and really good players, and got so many good cards as well that I've actually been able to use in those SBCs and save myself coins. So I ended up getting loads and loads of cards back and doing the SBC, then getting the packs from the SBC. I got some walkouts in those packs too. So I ended up just getting loads and loads of stuff back from Blanc. And once I sell everything, I'll end up with more coins than I actually started off with. So it's so effective. Yeah, I'll show you guys my team in a bit as well. I'm very close to getting Footswap Meunier too, and he's going to be going straight into it. But as you can see here, we're on to League 2 now. I'm just going to get a few of these started. Mark Castellonier, no worries for that, man. I've had a lot of comments about this League SBC method, so I thought, why not do a live stream? Because I know I've done a video on it, but a video is just obviously me talking to you. It's like one way. And if I do a live stream, you guys can ask me questions. Am I going to carry on with my trading series? Yeah, I am, dude. I will have an episode out probably on Thursday. I want to do a live episode of that because, again, it's like a two-way kind of video. You guys can then ask me questions because, obviously, it's a stream, but it turns into a video afterwards, which is what I like about YouTube streams. How many silver upgrade packs would I stop at? I'd just get all the silver upgrades I can. So I'm just going to use all the bronzes that I have here that aren't usable for SBCs, get all the silver upgrade packs, and then I'm going to have lots of silvers. In total, how many coins have I spent on bronze packs? Probably about 200k, I'd say, over the past week or so. But it gets to a stage, you start off by opening a lot of bronze packs, like honestly a lot. Hundreds of bronze packs, probably like 100k if you want to be really stacked. But once you've done that, and once you start getting into doing the League SBCs, you just keep doing the same League SBCs over and over again, and you don't really need the bronzes because you've started off with the bronzes to get your silvers and to get usable bronzes. You use all of those random bronzes when you first start out. Well, we've got a donation, $1.99 from Fortnite Clips. Thanks a lot for that, man. First donation of the stream. Thank you very much for that, dude. Did I use any FIFA points? No, I haven't. I have not, man. What do you do when you run out of coins? You don't run out of coins because even if you spent all your coins on bronze packs, you've then got a load of players, and you then use all those players in SBCs, and then from that you're gonna end up getting coins. If that makes sense. I need a random bronze to go up front here. That guy should do. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat because we've got lots of stuff going on. Ben plays FIFA. Welcome to the stream, dude. After completing the cheapest leagues, what did I move on to? Basically, what I did is I started off with the J League. I did the Chinese Super League as well. They were the first two. Then I did the Australian League. They were the first ones I did because they have loads and loads of bronzes. And I got some good cards for SBCs from that. I got an 86, an 84, and another 86. So I got some high rated cards from doing those SBCs there. And that then gave me a lot of silvers and golds from those. And I packed a lot of bronzes and I got silvers from the silver upgrade. So from that, I went and did the Serie A. The Serie A is a really, really good SBC because you've got so many good players there. And so many good packs too. Like the players you get Skriniar as your final reward if you go with the highest rated player, and he is an 88, so that's going to save you like 50 or 60k when you go to do an icon SBC. And you get 45k packs, 35ks, 30ks, 25ks. You get so many good packs that you're virtually guaranteed to make profit from doing Serie A, or at least kind of make a good amount of coins back. And when you're making loads and loads of coins back, you're then going to be able to put those coins back into more packs. And you just do this over and over and over and over again. And it's only a matter of time until you pack something good. Like, you can have the worst pack like imaginable, and eventually you're going to pack something mad. Like, I've seen loads of people who've not packed anything, and then they've suddenly got like a prime icon or something, or a prime moments card, and made loads of coins back. I myself, I've packed, what have I got? I've got like Higuain, Thiago Silva, Edison, Ozil, probably about 15 walkouts in the past few days, just from doing random packs. And I've got Man of the Match Pedro, I got some Man of the Match left back, Inform Shah, probably about 10 discard price informs. Just so many cards that are useful for SBCs, it's crazy. The Saudi League is really good. Yeah, the Saudi League as well. Do you reckon you should do the Bobby Moore SBC? Yeah, it actually looks good. I was very close to doing Bobby Moore, but then I realised I'd already done the icon part of Blanc ages ago because I put the baby icon I got into it from like an SBC ages ago. I put him into that for a 100k pack, and ended up just I didn't get anything in the pack from that, but it meant that it was a fairly similar price for me to do Blanc, since I'd already done the icon, as it would be to do Moore, and he has a better card. But Moore does have a nice card. He's a little bit on the short side. However, I've heard that the likes of him and Cannavaro, those short centre backs, are actually really good. Do I think Yaya Toure deserves an icon card? He's up there. I think he definitely will get one in the future. I'm almost sure, because he's from the Ivory Coast, and there aren't many African icons at all. And there are quite, like, you've got Nakata, for example, who isn't like he wasn't an insane player, but he represents Japan and all of Asia, really. He's one of their best players of all time. And same with Toure from Africa. I think they like to represent, like, I don't think Toure's up there with the likes of Keane and like those types of players in terms of ability, but for what he represents as one of the best African players, I think he's very, very likely to get an icon card. What icon SBC do you think you should do? Well, it depends what you've got. Depends. Firstly, obviously depends on the players you have in your club, because obviously, like, if you have just some insane players already in your club, like, I don't know, loads of really high rated cards, then you're going to be able to do like I don't know, Ronaldinho or someone really good. Also, obviously depends on which players you already have too, because if you have like, I don't know, like an untradeable road to the final Suarez, you're not going to need another striker. So yeah, it all depends on how many coins you've got and what players you already have. Am I saving packs for Team of the Season? No, I don't think that's worth it right now, because during Team of the Season, the market's going to crash so much that loads and loads of just random cards are going to be going for pretty much discard price. Like all the 83s and stuff will be super cheap, and right now 83s, 84s, all those types of players have good value because of SBCs. We've got loads and loads of cards in packs right now. We've got the Man of the Matches, we've got a good Team of the Week, we've got the team in the knockout stage, and all of the kind of SBC fodder cards have good value, and I think during Team of the Season they won't be worth as much, so it won't be as profitable. So I think right now is the best time to do this. When should you get rid of all your stuff for Team of the Season? You should You should have done it last week. I did a video saying to do it last week because the market has crashed hard since then with this promo, and also a lot of panic because of Team of the Season. But I'd recommend just as soon as possible, really. But instead of just selling like all your golds, trade them into League SBCs and stuff. Just an Nepenthes wannabe. You realise Nepenthes by no means invented this League SBC method. If I'm apparently just copying him, then well, he's just doing the same to some guy called like Frog123 or whatever. He's the guy who originated the method. Do I have any content that is mine? You're watching some at the moment, mate. JLT. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Max Tube just said, JLT, do you have any subs? Yeah, do you actually, JLT? Drogba would be a better African icon. Yeah, he would be cool. Should you do this method with the La Liga League? What now? This is something quite key with this thing here. This specific method is you can do any league. You do leagues when you've got the players for them. You don't just start like all the leagues can be profitable if you have the players for them. But let's say you don't have any La Liga players. You don't want to start off by doing the La Liga SBC. The way you do this isn't by just going and buying all the players for all the teams, because that way you're spending loads of coins on these and it's not particularly profitable. The way you do this is by getting all the players that you need for the SBCs, or the majority, by opening bronze packs. The bronze packs give you silvers, which I'm getting now. The silvers, if they're not good, give you golds, and so on and so forth. And this allows you to do the SBCs far cheaper, because you're just filling your club up with the players you need for them already without having to go and purchase them on the market. So what I typically aim for is I just look through all the League SBCs, and you'll see this in a little bit once I've got all these bronze packs turned into silvers. You want to look through and look at all the teams. You don't want to start off by going for leagues. You want to go for teams. So look at all the different teams there are within all the League SBCs. And if you've got, I aim for having more than half the players. So if I have 6 players from a team, I will go and buy the rest of the players needed in order to do that team. And that way I'm doing them really cheaply, because I'm not having to go and buy like an entire team of players. You also get loyalty chemistry having packed the players, and that means you can often get around more expensive options in teams by going with like players out of position who have the loyalty chemistry. So you don't want to just randomly, like, let's say you open a few bronze packs. You don't want to just open 50 bronze packs and then go and suddenly do the I don't know, like the La Liga Santander. Typically, when you open your bronze packs, you're going to start off by having mainly players from. You'll have a lot of J League players, a lot of Chinese Super League players, a lot of Australian League players, a lot of Saudi players. They're the main ones because they have loads of bronzes. You then want to go through all of those teams and all those SBCs, put all the bronzes you have in and see what you have. And if you happen to have like 6 or 7 players from a team, go and buy the rest of them and fill that team out. You don't want to just specifically focus on a league. You want to start off by just doing the teams. And as you do more teams, you're going to pack more players from the reward packs you get. And that's going to give you more cards you can then complete more teams with. And that's just kind of the start of the cycle. Once you start having loads and loads and loads of bronzes and stuff in your club from doing these, and you start getting silvers from the packs, and then you start getting golds from the League SBC packs, that's how you start just getting this into a cycle where you're not going to have to buy any players, because you're just constantly packing players and constantly kind of breaking even until you get a good player. And naturally you will get good players over time, because that's just how your pack luck's going to work. And as soon as you get anything good, that's when you make loads of coins. This is a very long-term method. Like, you can't do this for 2 days and expect to make lots of coins. You might if you get really lucky, but if you do this in the long term, like for 1-2 weeks, you will see profit is guaranteed, because you are going to eventually pack good stuff. I've seen loads of people who've just done this method for like a couple of weeks. They've kind of been like breaking even, maybe making a little bit of a loss, and then they've gone and packed themselves an icon, or maybe like team in the knockout stage, Van Dijk or something like that. Do you put rare bronzes into the upgrade for silvers? No, I put the rare bronzes. This is what you do. Basically, you put all of your... I'm going to outline this firstly with the bronzes. You put all of your non-rare bronzes that aren't required for League SBCs, so from leagues that aren't needed, so like the League 2 and stuff like that, you put them into the bronze upgrade. The rare bronzes, you go over to the Icon SBCs, and you want to find one like this. You go to the Humble Beginnings. You need a full squad of rare bronzes, and that gives you a silver players pack. So you get 12 silvers from that, and they're either going to have good value or be useful for SBCs. So you can either sell them or you can use them for more SBCs. The silvers you get from the bronze upgrade, if they're good for league SBCs, you keep them. If they're from bad leagues, you put the rares into the rising talent, which gives you a gold players pack, which I've got really good players from. Or alternatively, if they're bad non-rare silvers, then you just put them into the gold upgrade, which is over here, and this will give you 3 non-rare gold players, so they're also going to be useful for other SBCs. So you just keep grinding through all of those, and you do the whole cycle, and you're going to build more and more players up. Grossy, welcome to the stream, dude. How many bronze packs should you open? There's not a set amount. I'd recommend starting off by opening, depends how many coins you've got. I'd say like 50k is a good amount to start. If you open 50k worth of bronze packs, you're going to have a good amount of cards in your club to get started. You're not going to be completing loads of League SBCs with that many, but you'll be getting started with the cycle. You'll be getting usable bronzes. You'll also be getting silvers from doing the bronze upgrade packs, which I'm doing right now. Joseph, my real name is Elias. This is what the people need, is a straightforward method. Yeah, I wanted to do a stream on this because although there are lots of YouTubers whose videos you can watch, same with me, I've got videos on this. I think a live stream is a much easier and more effective way of explaining exactly how to do this. And it should hopefully help you guys out more. We're close to getting all of the non-rare bronzes from irrelevant leagues traded in. And this is where we're then going to start getting packs where we can hopefully get some good players. This is where I hope to get some good silvers. And get some coins. You've tried this for a week and you had like 50k, but now you've got no money left and few teams with 5 players. Well, you want to look through all of the different teams from every single league. If you only started with 50k, you want to, if you're like, I think most people have more than 50k at this stage of the game, but if you only have like 50k, you don't want to be relying on this as your sole way of making coins. You'll hopefully be playing FUT Champions, squad battles, division rivals, and you'll have more coins and players coming in from that you can then use for this as well. But if you don't have many teams with 5, any of the teams that you've got like 5 or 6 players for, complete them regardless of the league. Get them done. Also, what you want to do is go straight for the profitable SBCs. Even if you maybe don't have all the players you need for them, go for example, Atletico Bilbao. It's about 12k and it gives you a 45k pack, and that's pretty much guaranteed to allow you to make profit. You've got a lot of really profitable SBCs, and you can find these on Futbin. For example, yeah, Bilbao, as I've mentioned, Valencia is about 12k too, and that gives you a 45k pack. It's about 15k to do, what's it called? Tottenham. They give you a 45k pack. Similar for Chelsea, that's another 45k pack you can get there. What other SBCs are there? The Super League, you've got Besiktas that gives a good pack. I think 2 of the big teams in the Super League give a 45k pack, which is amazing. Like you're guaranteed to make coins from those. Milan gives like a 35k pack. Almost all of the big teams in the leagues, obviously you've got like Real Madrid and Man City and teams like that, which are more expensive because you need higher rated cards. But for a lot of the big teams that aren't like the very elite ones, so like Bilbao for example, you get a really good pack and it really isn't that expensive at all. You're gonna pretty much be guaranteed to make profit from those. So they're really good ones to do when you're starting out because they're gonna get good players in your club, and if you get lucky, you could easily like make a ton of coins if you get lucky from those and get someone really good. So they're good ones to do if you're just starting out and don't have too many coins. You don't necessarily have to have like 5 or 6 players from a team like that because they're all just cheap golds you can get off the market, and it's going to get you a good pack in return. Can I start opening the packs? Yeah, very soon. We've nearly gone through all of the different bronzes now, and we're going to have a ton of silver packs to open up, an absolute ton of them. And from that, we're going to get some good players, and I can start doing the League SBCs. So I've done most of them once now, and I'm starting my way through them again. I think the Serie A, I'm close to completing a second time. The Premier League, I've done the Premier League, I've done La Liga twice, I've done the Serie A, I've done the Bundesliga twice. I've done Ligue 1 once. I want to do Ligue 1 again, and I will start working through Ligue 1 today, I expect. What other ones? There we go. We've gone through all the leagues now, so I'm going to start opening the bronze packs, or the silver packs rather. We have 25 silver packs to open. So this is going to give me 50 silver cards, which is very, very good. If you hit cards from Huesca, from Rayo Vallecano, I believe it is, or no, Valladolid. If you get cards, that's 2 league SBC cards there. We got a Mexican league and a Dutch league. If you get cards from Cardiff, from Parma, Genoa, Empoli, there are so many players that go for so many coins that you save loads and loads of coins on. Because if you want to do, for example, we've just got a Turkish league, or 2 Turkish league players there, which is good. Let's say you get, we can sell him and make some coins back. Like, if you want to do Huesca, it's about 50 or 60k, which is really, really, really expensive for silvers. But if you do this, you're going to be able to do an SBC like Huesca really easily, because you'll have hopefully packed players that are usable for it. If you get a player like this that isn't particularly useful, you can quick sell them. If you have like a duplicate already, like if it's a duplicate from a fairly irrelevant league. How much coins is it normal to be down? Well, it depends how many bronze packs you open. Obviously, you lose coins by doing the bronze packs initially, but you also get lots of, like, you get squad fitness cards and stuff that you can sell from your bronze packs. It takes a while to see profit unless you get really lucky. You can easily expect to be, like, currently, if you look at my coin balance, I'm actually like 500k down. That's after doing Blanc. However, in my club, I have loads and loads of cards I've got from this. I've packed hundreds and hundreds of players. I've got like Buffon, Insigne, Higuain, Edison, Ozil, loads of high-rated cards in my club from doing this. So when I actually sell all of them, I will end up with more coins than I started off with. Also, I've got loads of bronzes and silvers, which I'm not going to sell given they're untradeable, but I will be using in SBCs and getting stuff back from. Here we've got ourselves a Torino centre-back who goes for like 2k. We've also got ourselves a left-back from a Liga NOS team. So we've got 2 usable players there, which is good. Should you choose Division Rival Rewards, coins or packs? You definitely want to go with packs. It's up to you whether you go with the tradables or the untradables. Different people go for different things. I know that the person who really brought this method to the forefront of FIFA 19 is a guy called Frog. He goes for the untradables because you get twice the players, and those players are going to be useful for your SBCs. I know quite a few people though, like Nepenthes, for example. He goes with the tradables because if you get like a Neymar or someone, you can sell him, and you can then buy yourself lots of players that are going to be good for SBCs. Because if you do the untradables and you pack someone like Neymar, you have a really expensive player, and you can only trade him into an SBC. And there are cheaper, like, maybe not Neymar's not the best because he's a 92, but let's say like for an 88 rated card, you've got someone like Mbappe or Van Dijk, but you've also got someone like Busquets, they're both 88 rated. If they're untradeable, they basically have the same value because they're both equally useful in SBCs. But if you pack like a tradable Van Dijk, you're going to be able to sell him. Whereas if you pack an untradeable Van Dijk, you're just going to have an 88 rated card that you can trade into an SBC. Whereas if you've done the if you did him as a tradable, you could sell him, you'd have 200k, and that 200k you could then be spent on what, like 6 88 rated cards. So some people go with the tradables because they think if they get a good player they can sell them and get more players to use in SBCs. Some people go with the untradables because you get twice the players. It's up to you really. I personally go for the untradables, and I've got good stuff from them. I've got Pogba and Kante, who are still in my team and I've played 500 games with, from going for untradable rewards. We've just got a Huesca player. There we go. We've just got ourselves a 9k silver, which is perfect. This is what I'm talking about. These are the really expensive players in League SBCs, and we've just got them from this. This is a scam? No, it's not. I've managed to get a 92 rated icon from this for profit. I got 200k. But yeah, we've just got a good card there. We also got Barrio. So this pack is sick. We've just made a load of coins from it. Okay, so we've got quite a lot more packs to go. You have a lot of bronze packs, but you want to do the Chinese SBCs. You need silver players, who is expensive. Do you spend it or not? If you only have like a few players to go for your SBC, then just buy the bullet and buy them. If you've got like 6 or 7 of the cards, then yeah, buy them. You should hopefully get silvers from using your bad bronzes for these silver SBCs. You'll hopefully get a few that are going to be usable. But I say as a rule of thumb, if you have half the players for a team, then buy the rest and get it done. Get the pack and carry on. But yeah, if you only have like 2 players for a team, don't go and buy all of them. You started watching just before you did the New York City shirt giveaway. That's ages ago, man. That's like what? That was Christmas, I think. 2 years ago. I think that was Christmas 2 years ago. And a pack like that, there, you get 2 cards that aren't good for League SBCs, but I've got 2 Colombian silvers, and I'm going to be able to use them in these SBCs here. My hair is a mess. Yeah, I do need a haircut to be fair. I've got a Chinese Super League silver there, who goes for 2.5k. So I've just saved myself that many coins on that SBC, which is good. I don't have that many. I don't have that many Chinese Super League players though in my club, so I think I'm going to start looking at the Ligue 1 because I haven't done the Ligue 1 for ages. I did the Ligue 1 at the beginning of the game, and I've done a few of the Ligue 1 teams recently, but I still have loads and loads of players in my club for the Ligue 1. Who thinks this guy looks like young Ramos without a beard? Ramos has got ginger hair though, so Ramos is a good-looking guy, so I'll say that. We've got Hamdallah from the Saudi League, which is decent. Or is this the upgrades? Yeah, these packs are upgrade packs. These are silver upgrade packs that I've put my bad bronzes into to get. And we're getting players that are going to be good. We've got a Huesca player, so I'm happy with that. When's the best time to buy De Gea? Well, he's going to get cheaper with Team of the Season, but I mean, do you really want to wait like 2 or 3 weeks to save like 10k? We've just got ourselves a player from. Apparently not. I thought Deportivo were in La Liga. They're not. We've got a card worth 750 coins or so there, so we'll take that. I've lost my train of thought. Someone asked me a question. I've forgotten what I was saying. Should you buy 400 or 750 coin bronze packs? I like to go with, for every 5 400 coin bronze packs, I'll open a 750 coin one. We've just got a left back here who goes for like 3k from Nîmes Olympique, so I will take that very much. Your best player from the League SBC grind is Team of the Week De Bruyne. Nice one, man. Mine, I'm not sure who it is. I haven't got anyone amazing. I haven't got anyone huge, but I've got a lot of good players. I've got lots of 88s. I think I've got 3 or 4 88 rated cards. I've got Inform Fabian Schär was a good one. I got Man of the Match Pedro. A lot of good players. But to make profit, Jacoby, you're not going to see someone make profit instantly unless they get really lucky. But if you watch, like, I watch Nepenthes' streams, and he streams on Mixer every day, apart from yesterday. He does this method. And you won't see it, like, in one stream, unless someone gets crazy lucky, you're not going to see them make lots of profit. But if you watch someone for a long period of time, you will see them make profit because you can only make profit as you do this over time. If not, you're doing it wrong. Because eventually you're going to pack yourself players that are going to make you coins. It's as simple as that. We've got 2 good players there. You've opened 100k of bronze packs. Should you continue? No, you don't need to now. Once you can go back to bronze packs. You can open 100k of them. You can do as much as you can, and when you start to run out of players, you can do some more. But if you've opened 100k of them, put all of your unusable bronzes, because I just did about 50k of them, and I got 25 silver packs from that. You'll be able to get a whole load of silver packs. You can get 50 or 60 from that. You're going to get loads of silvers, and you can get a few League SBCs done for that. But now I've got my silvers from all those packs. We're now going to go into some League SBCs, and I'm feeling, we've got the Serie A, we're 15 out of 20 there. I only have the expensive teams left, though. I've got, like, Empoli and teams that are going to cost me a lot. I've got the Hyundai A-League. I've got a lot of players from there. I've got a lot of players from the J-League and the Chinese Super League. I do kind of need to go back to them because I've got a lot of players from them, but they're a little bit boring because you only get like silver packs. I've done the good packs from La Liga. I'm going to go to the Ligue 1 and see what we've got. I'm also working myself through the Super League too recently. But I'm going to go and take a look at Ligue 1 because I haven't for a while, and I want to see what players I have. And as I said, if I have about 6 players, I will typically go ahead and buy the rest of the players I need. And look here, I now have enough players from Amiens for me to go ahead and complete them. I will go and buy a few others, but I've got more than half the players. I've also got players which are worth a lot of coins. This guy's an untradeable, and this guy is tradable. This guy is worth 4k, so I could sell this guy actually, and I probably will. This guy used to be extinct. He's now going for about 4k as well. You've heard about this method. Does it really work? Yes, 1,000,000%, mate. It does. It really does. This is. I wouldn't be promoting this, and YouTubers wouldn't be gassing this up as much if this didn't work. If you want a perfect example of how well this works, just look at Nepenthes' Road to Glory. He has a full icon / team of the year team from doing this. I've been doing this for under a week now, and I've got Laurent Blanc's Prime Moments card for profit. I did the SBC, and overall, from the process, I made coins. It's crazy. But right now, I'm just going ahead and filling out this team. I'm going to buy the golds initially, just to see what we're working with, and then I'll try and pad it out with silvers. You can use Footbin to work out the cheapest ways of doing these. However, often Footbin is a little bit wrong, and you get people that price fix players on Footbin and use it to their advantage to make coins. Now, if you really wanted to save as many coins and make as many coins as possible, you could bid on these players, and I do occasionally do that if I'm really like making an effort with this to do it the cheapest way possible. But I have a lot of coins. I have a lot of players too, so I don't really need to like fully commit to saving like 50 or 100 coins every now and again. So I'm just binning the players here. However, you can do that to save some more coins. Okay, so I need some certain players now. I need a cam. Ganso is a good cam option, although he must have left because he is now expensive. Certain positions for this team are very expensive, as you can see. Amiens is one of the more expensive teams. So okay, if it's an expensive player, that's when I will typically try and bid on them, because often with these types of cards, you get them way cheaper on bid. You get them way cheaper, and they're the types of cards I'm a little bit patient with. I'll just like fill out all the cheap positions and then leave a couple of expensive cards, and then I might happen to pack this guy, for example, and make it a little bit easier. I've got the centre backs. I'm going to back out and just see what team I've got. Should you buy 83s for team of the season SBCs? Not now, dude. There are better ways of making coins at the moment. Okay, so I'm thinking that left back's cheaper than the right back, so if I go with him, I now basically just need to get, how much is this guy? 750. We'll pick him up. Put him there. I'm going to convert this guy down from striker to centre forward. Like this. We're now up to 89 chem. So what I basically need is one player in the right position, so I can keep him here and I can go and buy a right back, and I can keep that left back I have. Well, no, I can sell that left back I have, rather. So let's say we go with him. This should now work. That gets me to 93 chem, and then position changing 1 or 2 players should make this work, I believe. If I do... That saves me... Wait, no, if I do this actually, hang on. If I do this, there we go. So I can do that now just by buying 2 players. All I need is this right back, who's fairly inexpensive. Well, he's fairly expensive, but to get this whole team done, it's not too bad. 4.3k. If I wasn't streaming, I would try my best to get that card on bid, and I'll be a little bit patient. But I want to get some teams done here, so I'm gonna I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'll just see, actually, there might be a left mid that's cheaper. You never know. Or a right mid. So Amiens, typically you'll find the first teams for a lot of leagues, the first few teams are more expensive because they're the ones people start off with. So you're looking at about 4.8k for the cheapest left mid. Right mid is expensive, and right back they were a little bit cheaper. So right backs, we've got 4.3k, I believe, is the cheapest card, and that is Kraft right there, so we'll pick him up. Where should you be after 100k of bronze packs? Well, the bronze packs, that's just the start. After your bronze packs, you've then you've then got yourself all of your silver packs to do. So put all of your bad, unusable bronzes into the silver upgrade, and you're going to get your silver players from that. And hopefully you'll get some players that are going to be really good and usable for future league SBCs. You might get some Huesca players, for example. That's the goal. You want to get those types of players. You'll be able to get like 50 or 60 silver upgrade packs. All of your bad silver rare cards that aren't usable for league SBCs, put them into the rising talent for icons. Put all of your rare bronzes from your bronze packs, which I've not done yet. I still have that to do. I can put them into the humble beginnings and get silver packs from that are tradable. And the cycle just goes on and on and on and on. Sean Doyle, happy birthday, dude. It's a proper grind. Yeah, it is. But it's fun. Like, I actually have fun playing FIFA doing this. Like, I've not enjoyed FIFA. We get a board from this, which is good. It's going to be a Dutch centre forward. It's going to be Memphis Depay, who's 84 rated. So that's actually decent. But I actually find this fun, and I haven't found FIFA this fun for a long time. Have we got anyone else good here? We've got some usable bronzes. We've got an Argentine silver, so that's good for that SBC. We've got Fazio, who's good. Depay is a good player. He's like 5k or so. Anyone down here? Not really, but always check the prices of cards like this. I literally sell 90% of the cards I pack. Anyone like this, like, he's got a bid on, so he'll sell for like 800 coins. It's all about getting those few extra coins you can. Every little coin counts. So 400 coins or so for that, for example. No worries, Sean. Hopefully you've had a good day, and hopefully this can make your day better. They're still expensive. Well, 87s and 88s, yeah, they're expensive. I think they're mainly expensive because of these icon SBCs. People are doing a lot of icon SBCs from grinding these, so those cards are expensive. Okay, I don't quite have enough players for Angers, so I'm not gonna do them right now. When you're watching a Panthers and do this grind, 2 hours feels like 10 minutes. Mate, it does. Look, like I watch his streams and I do this, and I start watching them whenever he starts, like probably nowish, I think. I'm just chilling doing that. I look at the clock suddenly. It's literally like 4 in, and I don't know where my life's gone. And then I go to bed, and then I get up at like 12, and my whole sleep schedule's ruined. Because yeah, like honestly, I get what you mean. It goes so quickly. It's weird because you're just watching someone open packs, and basically do the same thing as what you're doing, and it seems boring, but yeah, time flies when you do that. So, but yeah, basically, someone's just asked what you do. Basically, first step, you want to open lots of bronze packs, like 50 to 100k of bronze packs. You will get lots of players that are going to be useful for League SBCs. Anyone that plays in a league where there's a League SBC can be used. You're going to get lots of Chinese Super League, J League. What other leagues are that have League SBCs that have lots of bronzes? Australian League, those types of leagues you will get a lot of players from. And you're going to obviously be able to trade them into those. You will also get rare bronzes and non-rare bronzes from leagues that don't have League SBCs. The rare bronzes you put into the Humble Beginnings SBCs for icons, and they give you silver packs with 12 players in. All the non-rares you put into the bronze upgrade, that gets you silver packs, 2 players. And then all of the bad silvers that aren't good for League SBCs, non-rares, put them into the gold upgrade, rares, put them into the Rising Talent and get gold player packs from the Icon SBCs. And then you will also obviously get players that are going to be useful for actual SBCs too, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just want to look at gold cards quickly, see what golds there are from these teams that I haven't yet picked up, or from this team. There's only one of them. I think I already have Amalfitano. I'm not sure how many golds they have, really. I think I've got quite a few of them. Mate, it is very, very annoying having to explain it all the time, but I like helping people, and explaining it is the best way of helping people. Although, yeah, it gets a bit tedious answering the same questions, but I mean, everyone starts off somewhere, so being able to help people out, it's all chill. Is it worth doing the icon swap SBC? Wait, what's that? Do you mean the foot swap icon one? I'd do that if I had the players. Well, it depends really. It's a good one, although also you can get Like when you're starting to do the League SBC grind, you can get a lot of good like informs from FootSwap that are going to be really useful for this. Like you can get like 87 rated Pepe, and that's going to save you like 80k. An 87 rated inform if you want to do an icon SBC. I've got nowhere near getting the good ones. I don't have anywhere near enough to get an icon SBC even if I wanted to. However, I will get Meunier. I just need to, whenever we have an SBC that gives out a 7th one, or there is one from Squad Battles, we get 12 rare silvers from this pack. That's sick. I will get Meunier, and he's going to slot straight into my team. My midfield is going to be stacked. He's going to replace Pogba. But we just got 12 rare silvers from this. Should you wait for the team of the season or spend now? Do this now, and by team of the season you'll have more coins. Look at this type of pack here. These are sick. Although the players I got from this are a word that rhymes with sick that I can't use in my videos because it will get demonetized. However, we've got a 4K player, an English player who plays for a Ligue 1 team, Toulouse. A little bit random. We've got a Swansea player, so he's going to be good because there's an SBC for that. We've got an MLS player, which is good. He's got a little bit of value. We've got a Scottish Premiership player. We've got a I think that's it really for League SBC players. But we've also obviously got lots of silvers which are going to be good for those rising talent SBCs too. Liverpool are going to win the league if you lose or draw to United tomorrow. Well, not necessarily because they might still drop points against Newcastle or all of those games. But I'm confident for the game tomorrow. I'm confident. I mean, who wouldn't be given the latest United result? Although you could just see United and like ending City's title hopes after such a hopeless game. You never know. I mean, form kind of goes out the window in a derby anyway, which is a bit of a cliche. You started today, packed a bronze guy that cost 17k from Cardiff. No, you got a bronze that cost 17k. Was that one of the fullbacks from Real Valladolid? Because I got one of those yesterday, and they are worth a lot of coins. A Cardiff player that costs 10, and some players that have helped you do squads for 10k or less. Yeah, that's the best thing about this is when you start getting those really expensive cards, because the bad thing about League SBCs, like most League SBCs are really cheap. Like Serie A, for example, is super cheap apart from like 3 teams that are going to cost you a lot of coins, and they are Empoli, Parma, and Genoa. And then you've got a few that are maybe like 15k, but they're like 30k or so. La Liga, all the teams are cheap apart from Real Madrid because you need some high rated cards. Real Valladolid because their fullbacks are like 15k for bronzes, and Huesca because their whole team is silver and they're like 50k. But all the other teams are cheap. Same with the Premier League. All the teams in the Premier League are cheap. They're like under 20k and they give you good packs. Apart from Man City because they have higher rated cards, and Cardiff because they have lots of bronzes and silvers and very few golds. Even though Cardiff, though, they're quite cheap now. They're down to like 30k. They used to be 120. Same with the Eredivisie. The teams are cheap apart from Utrecht, which is like 50k. You'll find that the majority of teams are not that expensive. Okay, so I need a goalkeeper and then some defenders and stuff there. To finish the Bundesliga, you've got the 3 most expensive ones. Wait, so is that Dusseldorf? Dusseldorf, Nuremberg, is that one of them? And then Bayern, I assume. Bayern is quite expensive, but you don't have to buy all the players in the right positions. Like if you look on Footbin, you'll find a lot of cheap ways of doing them because there's loads of like you can just use players out of position and make these SBCs a lot cheaper. So don't just buy everyone in the right position. Don't just go and like buy everyone perfectly and get 100 chem because normally there's a lot of cheap ways of doing this. What do you do after the bronze pack to silver pack multiple times? Well, I then use all of the silvers in League SBCs, or if it's a silver that I can't use in a League SBC, then I put them into, as I've said, the Rising talent SBC or the gold upgrade, depending on the quality if it's a rare or a non-rare. But I like it. That's the big kind of grind, and I'm not doing that immediately now because I don't want to spend this entire stream just recycling players constantly. I want to start getting on into the actual league SBCs, which is what I'm doing now, because this is where we're going to get better packs and make more stuff. How much profit do you make each time you do the SBC? Totally depends, dude. Sometimes I'll lose 50k, sometimes I'll make 300k. It all depends on what I pack. All depends on what you pack. If you get lucky, then obviously you make bank. If you don't get lucky, obviously you don't. Yeah, they patched the duplication glitch, which is annoying because that made teams like it made City like really cheap. Well, not really cheap, but a lot cheaper. It made Real Madrid so much cheaper. There used to be a duplication glitch. You just scored your fourth goal with an Italian. Oh my god, I did that earlier. It was such a grind. I was using ones to watch Balotelli, and he is a literal donkey. Like he was so clunky and slow and just couldn't shoot or anything. It was awful. But he's now out, and I have Suarez in my team, and I've done the objective, so we're all good. I only need one more now to get Meunier, and he's the one I wanted from the beginning. I was never gonna get the Icon SBC because I was away in Belgium and Germany at the time where some of the new cards came out, so I didn't have the time to finish them. I need a right back. Which one should you repeat again and again and again? Wait, as in which league SBC? It depends on the players you have. The ones I find to be the most profitable, I think La Liga's really good, apart from the really expensive teams, and it's basically like with a league like La Liga or the Serie A, like you've seen I've got 15 of the Serie A teams done. What you'll find is you do all of the like non-expensive ones really easily because they're like 10k and give you a pack that you're going to get hopefully some good players from and maybe make profit. They're all good, but it's when you get to like the really expensive ones, and all of the teams, all the leagues have a couple of really expensive teams. It's when you get to that stage that you then need to get players from packs to be able to do it a little bit cheaper. Okay, so here I can make this cheaper by I can work it out with loyalty by doing this. This is like this makes it a lot cheaper, but having packed these players, it means that I can get loyalty chemistry here. If I hadn't packed these cards, I'd have to like buy a centre back, which would be way more coins. So there we go. We've got a premium Electrum players pack, and honestly, I opened so many packs from this. It's a lot of fun because you just open loads and loads and loads of packs, and we're gonna get a board dropper. It's gonna be a Swiss goalkeeper. It's going to be Jan Sommer. So that's not too bad. I mean, I didn't spend too much on that. That was just from a lot of players I already had. And what you'll find is when you start doing more and more of these, have we got any good silvers here? We've got a Porto. We've got a Dutch right back. We've got Fazio who will sell. Neither of them are good for League SBCs. These guys, look, all of them are good for League SBCs. We just got like 6 or 7 players that are going to be good for League SBCs there. Would I do Huesca for 25k and Valladolid for 20k? If you've got 18 teams in La Liga done and you only have those left to do, I would. I wouldn't rush it though. Like if you still have loads of teams to go, I wouldn't rush it. However, if you only have those ones to do, if you think about it, doing those two is going to then allow you to immediately do Valencia, Bilbao, Barcelona, all of those ones again, and that's going to get you the really good packs. Because that's what you find. When you start doing these again and again and again, you then start getting onto the really good packs again. Because obviously, like once you've done... You're not just doing the league once and that's it. When you do La Liga once, the first time you're going to be getting all those good packs. So you'll be doing like the really good teams. Then, as well as the really good teams, you'll obviously have to do the more expensive ones that aren't going to give you profit, like Huesca. But then once you've done those, you'll get yourself a really good player. The reason La Liga's sick is because you get such high rated players. You can take Casemiro and Umtiti, and they're 89 and 90 rated, so they're really good for League SBCs. They're going to save you, like... Obviously, you're getting your packs and you're getting your players there, but you're also getting a player that, if you were to buy, like, a 90 rated card, you'd be looking at, what, like... 70, 80k, you're getting a really high rated card that will save you coins when you come to do League SBC, when you come to do Icon SBCs, because that's the end goal, really. I think when you're doing this is to you're getting all your League SBC cards, like your 88 rated Skriniars, your 90 rated Casemiros. You're getting those cards which are going to be good for you completing really big SBCs, so Icon SBCs, maybe ones we have during Team of the Season, whatever your goal is. Like maybe some people might want to keep some of the League SBC cards they get. I personally don't. I like to just keep cycling them in and building like my ultimate kind of dream team. That's why I've found this to be fun. Like this league SBC grind. I personally like games where you have like something to grind towards, and it gives you more like a sense of what like fulfillment when you kind of complete it, rather than games like, I don't know, Counter-Strike or whatever, where it's the same all the time. I find anyway. You have something to grind towards. So I'm currently grinding towards getting my kind of goal team, which has the likes of Ronaldinho and some really good players in. So what should you do after 100k of bronze packs? Bro, I've said loads and loads of times, once you've done your 100k of bronze packs, we get some sick players in this pack, by the way. You've done your 100k of bronze packs. I've already explained so many times. You want to do the silver upgrade with your unusable bronzes. You want to use like the rare bronzes in the humble beginnings, and obviously you're going to have lots of good players too that are going to be good for League SBC. So start looking at all of the different League SBCs, especially the ones with lots of bronzes like the J League and the Australian League. Look through all the teams and see how many players you have. And if you have like 6 players from, I don't know, Melbourne City, go and buy the rest and fill that out. What's the badge I have? It is, I will tell you in a minute, I think it's from the Chile League. I got it from a bronze pack. Okay, so we've got 1.5k guy there from the Turkish League. We got Ben Gibson, who is about 2k. We got him, who's irrelevant. We got a right back from Alaves, who's 2k. So like that's 6.5k of players we've got back so far. Make that like 7k. Belgian Pro League, what's that? 2k. So we're at 9k of players. Pereira, 9.5k. MLS guy, yeah, we're up to what, like 11k. 11,500, and then here we've got, is he a Ligue 1 or Ligue 2 player? Ligue 2. We've got a Portuguese league striker who's like that. So we've got about 12k worth of players from that pack. That pack got me 12k of players, and I didn't spend anywhere near 12k on completing that, and it's got me a step closer to completing the Ligue 1 SBC, getting an 87 rated Rabiot, which will be really useful for another League SBC. And then obviously giving me the opportunity to then hopefully redo the likes of PSG and those SBCs that give you good packs. So Bordeaux, I still need to buy a fair few players. Let's check Bordeaux. I'm going to go into Footbin. Look at the Australian League. Australian League, I have a lot of players from, but I want to do League 1 first, because the issue with the Australian League, as much as it's super simple because you only have 10 teams, all the packs you get from it are boring. Like, yeah, you can make profit from them, but I want, as I'm streaming, I want to be doing like good packs where we could stand a chance of getting like some really good players. I'm just looking at the League 1 quickly. League 1's 260k on Footbin, but you're going to be doing it for so much cheaper by using the bronze packs. Okay, so Bordeaux is 8k, and you get a 15k pack, so that's not bad. And I'm going to quickly look on Footbin and see the cheapest way of doing this is very, very simple. So they just have golds, basically. It's going to be really easy. We're just going to go ahead and buy the cards we need. So you can use Footbin. I don't rely on Footbin, because if you do that, then you're going to end up like buying cards that you don't need because people are price fixing them on there. However, Footbin is still really useful for just working out like little things you can do to save coins here and there. Okay, I might already have Costil, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I do already have Costil. But I'm just checking, and Footbin shows how cheap it is. Like, this SBC is so cheap. It's so cheap. I probably already have Brion as well, but I just sell any cards like that. My transfer list is full of just, you'll see, I have loads of random cards. I sell all the bronzes I'm getting. I sell all the bronzes that have any value at all, even if it's like 200 coins. You want to sell all those cards, and it just keeps the grind going. When you keep selling like all those random little players, that's how you start just constantly turning coins over. Okay, so I think I've got all the golds from them now. I'm just going to quickly get the silvers. Again, they're super cheap. I need a centre mid if possible. There's one for 650. One for 650 there. There's a right mid who I can use somewhere. Okay, apparently not. Goalkeeper, I'll pick him up. And then I will also get myself a centre mid. I'll get him actually for centre back. And then I'll get this guy here for centre mid. Okay, so I believe we've got Bordeaux done here. You can only do 10 teams in the Saudi League. You're not looking to complete the league. You don't aim to complete the league. You should aim to complete the team. So don't go straight in like, I want to complete the Saudi League. Look at all the Saudi League teams, try and do as many of them as possible. And once you've done all the ones where you have enough players, you can come back to the other ones later. But you don't want to, it's not about just doing all of them at once. You just do all the teams, you're going to get packs. Do all the teams you can do. You don't want to just rush straight into it. I just want to check this left back isn't worth loads, is he? No, he's about 2k. I could maybe... Oh, no, he's like 1k, so that's fine. Okay, so we get a 15k pack from this. You need about 700k. Is grinding League SBCs the fastest way to make those coins, or can you do another method? It's probably not the fastest. Oh, we get a walkout. We get a walkout. I'll get back to you. What is this? It's an inform. Inform. Argentina. Striker. Funes Mori. When it comes to inform walkouts, that's one of the worst. However, that is a really good player from an SBC that cost me about 5k. We've just got ourselves a player who's worth, what, 20? And who knows what else is in this pack. That's a 15k pack as well. We get Forsberg. We get Ben Mee as well. Ben Mee is worth a lot of coins, actually. He's worth like 4k. 3k. But yeah, Funes Mori is worth about 20,000 coins. So that's a pack that's going to make me a lot of profit. And I mean, I probably will end up just using that card in an SBC. So it's going to save me coins. It's up to you whether you want to make coins or save coins. Like, I have loads of players in my club that I could sell and make profit from, but I'm keeping them because they're going to save me coins when I do like big SBCs. But yeah, this isn't the fastest way of making coins, unless you get really lucky, but it's probably the funnest way of making coins. Like, my channel is based around trading, and 10 out of 10, I'd take this any day over trading, because it's just so much more fun. Like, trading is just effort, whereas with doing League SBCs, it's just fun because you're opening packs, like, and getting good stuff from them. Okay, so we get a Premium Electrum Players pack, which is a good pack from this. And it costs 8k to do Lille. So this is another one where it's just so easy. Like, I just look on the market, I go to silver normally, and I go to what's it called, gold as well, and then bronze too. Look for a few players, and you just fill out. Just get any of the cheap teams here. Should you get Alessandrini or Chevalier? Wait for a league. Well, they're from different league SBCs. Would depend. If you're doing the league grinding method, when you get a player like Chevalier or Alessandrini, you don't use them in a team. You don't keep the card. You trade those cards into SBCs. So just as a rule of thumb, take the highest rated card from your league SBC, because they're going to save you more coins. Like, obviously, like if you get a 90 rated Casemiro from a league SBC, I mean, you're not really going to use Casemiro because there are better options you can get that are tradable anyway. But if you take someone like Casemiro, you're saving yourself the coins of having to buy a 90 rated card. You'd have to buy, I don't know, like Cruz or someone for a lot of coins if you wanted to complete an SBC where you needed a 90 rated card. And for all the Prime Icon SBCs, you need like players of that kind of rating. So you save yourself loads and loads of coins that way. These cards have been bought, which is annoying. You save yourself loads and loads of coins. So just take the highest rated card, because obviously like a 90 rated card costs more than like a 87 rated card. You've got 9 Prime Moments icons in your squad and 800k banked. What would you do? I would do this because you're in a really, really good position. You've got loads of good players. If I were you, I'd want a full icon team, so I'd grind towards that. And that would be. This is good if you have like an end goal of what you want to work towards, especially if it's by doing SBCs. And I have like a end team that I want to make, and this is helping me get to it. So for you, I'd try and get to a full icon team. So this is perfect because you've got loads of coins. It's not like you're poor on FIFA, or have like some scrub team. Like, you're good. So all you need to do really is just start opening bronze packs. Open like 100k of bronze packs, and you're going to get this started. What's my transfer profit? I think it's like 8 million or so. I can show you in a bit. I really haven't traded though since. Like, I traded properly for the first month or so of the game. Since then, the only thing I've done is invest and do league SBCs. I haven't really traded at all since then because I've had a decent team, and I've had coins, and I've just been like, I've not been that into FIFA this year. I'm actually probably enjoying FIFA more now than I have any point throughout this FIFA cycle, apart from right at the beginning. Um, but yeah, I've just been having a chill year really. I'm on a gap year for those of you who don't know, because I've just seen two comments from people saying what's my job and do I do YouTube full time. I technically do YouTube full time. I don't make like a huge amount of money from YouTube, but I make enough to have an enjoyable gap year. For those of you who are maybe not from the UK or don't know what a gap year is, basically once you finish school, so I finished sixth form, finished school, so that's when I'm 18. Got my A levels, which again, if you're not from the UK, is what you need to get into university. Got that done, and I'm going to university this year. I'm going to university in a couple of months, to University of Leeds to study journalism. I want to do sports journalism, or focus on sports journalism in the future. But yeah, I'm just having a year off where I'm just staying at home, having just chilling really. Like, got a puppy at the beginning of the year. I've just spent my year basically going for walks with my dog, going traveling. I've been trying to go to as many countries as possible this year, and then just doing YouTube. So it's just fun, really. Like, I'm doing YouTube kind of as a job. It's making me enough money to be able to go traveling and stuff. I'm not like going on like some 5-star holidays. I'm just going and exploring random countries. Like, what I like to do is each month I look on a website called Skyscanner, and just book the cheapest flight to somewhere I've not been to before, and you get some mad cheap flights. And I've been to really random places. I went to Poznan in Poland for like 20 quid, and then stayed in a hostel for 2 days for like £4 a night. Walked around, had some food, came back, and it was chill. I went to Cyprus because my dad's girlfriend, who I don't like, came down for the weekend to visit because she lives in Scotland. So I just looked on Skyscanner 2 days before she came, found flights to Cyprus, which is next to Syria, and just flew off there for just super cheap. They were really reduced. Normally they're like a couple £100. It was like £30. Flew to Cyprus for a week, and I stayed in a hostel where no one spoke any English. I was alone in the hostel for almost the entire time, apart from one night when a really racist Romanian man came and shared the bed next to me. He bought me a bottle of wine. He gave me wine. He said the Indian people were dirty, and he was really racist and told me all about traveling. He'd been to like 50 countries, and yeah, he left the next day. And I took a bus for 3 hours in really hot weather across Cyprus. I went to Nicosia, the capital, went to the Turkish side, went in a mosque, sat with a stray kitten outside a mosque for about half an hour. So yeah, I've just had a really random year, really. And yeah, I just do kind of random stuff like that, funded from YouTube, basically. Yeah, I went by myself. Most of the travelling I do by myself because most of my friends who are also on gap years are either retaking their exams, or they're working like full time, so they don't have time to travel, and they're going travelling in the summer. I'm actually booking my flights for it tomorrow. Me and my mate Will, who has appeared in one or two of my videos, are going to Thailand for a month in June. I went to Amsterdam with one of my friends, called Ophelia. I went to Amsterdam with her for like a week or so at the beginning of the year, which was cool. And I've gone to a few places along with my parents. I'm going to Malta with my dad in July, I think. I'm actually going to France in a couple of weeks with my mum. So yeah, I've just been kind of traveling about really, and it's thanks to YouTube that I can do that. But yeah, I wouldn't really class it as doing YouTube full time. I just kind of have a chill life and do some YouTube on the side. What would your dad do if he found out about me talking about not liking his girlfriend? Oh, he knows. He knows that I don't like her very much. Yeah, he knows I'm not a fan of his girlfriend. Hey Dad, if you're watching. My dad is currently on duty in the boarding house at school, and quite a few of the boarders watch my videos. So hopefully they're not watching, and hopefully they don't tell Don't tell Mr. Wilson if any of the boards are watching. What did I do in Amsterdam? Oh, many things occurred in Amsterdam. Obviously, you can imagine some of the things that might have occurred in Amsterdam. Given I didn't go to any brothels, by the way, if that's what you were thinking I was implying. Lots of funny things though. I lost my friend. I lost all my friend's money, so that was good. And she still hasn't forgiven me. Yeah, I lost all of my friend's money, which was nice. Stayed in a we stayed in we had an Airbnb which we thought was in Amsterdam, but it was actually half an hour away from Amsterdam, and that meant we had to get the train, which cost £17 every day to get into Amsterdam. So we ran out of money very early on, mainly because I lost all of her money. But yeah, we ran out of money extremely early. I had to get my dad to send me money. We forgot to book accommodation for the last night, so we spent half the night in McDonald's. That was 24 hours. Then got kicked out. Then I begged my dad to send me money, and we stayed in a hostel. With a French man snoring below me who I couldn't sleep at all because of that. And then a Chinese man got very angry in the middle of the night and ran and shouted at the Frenchman because he was snoring, and that was weird. And I got a cold. We kind of wasted our money a lot very early because Amsterdam, if you've ever been to Amsterdam, is ridiculously expensive. Like McDonald's, it's like 10 quid for a Big Mac. But yeah, we wasted a lot of money. There was like a restaurant in the hostel. If you stayed in hostels, they're normally fairly average, but this one that was very, very nice. It was quite expensive though, but it was the cheapest one in Amsterdam. It was still nice. But yeah, we had like pizza and burgers and stuff there. They had like a nice restaurant, but then we were like looking at the drinks menu because then we were like, yeah, we've got money. We had like 100 or 200 quid for a couple of days, so we thought we'd be good. We didn't anticipate everything would be that expensive, so we thought we'd kind of splash out a bit first night. So we got some beverages and stuff, and we ended up buying we got these absinthe shots, which we thought would be because obviously you probably heard of absinthe. I'd never had absinthe. I was like, oh, that would be cool. Turns out it was €16 for that big glass of absinthe, and they set it on fire and then served it to us, and it ended up being vile. And we both had one, so that was like €32. And then she didn't want it because it was bad, so I had to have two of them. And then we went to a drum and bass rave in Amsterdam, and yeah, that's when I then lost all her money. And she lost her coat as well, and then started crying and got the security guard to find it for her, like doing fake crying. So yeah, very, very eventful. I've had a lot of eventful trips. If you want to find out about some eventful trips, just ask me some questions. Lewis Cosby, thanks for that. Have I ever been to Malmo? I've not, but I would really like to go to Scandinavia. How much money? It was about 150 quid. It was basically I think we both brought about 200, and she'd spent like 50 or so earlier on like food and drinks, and then I lost all the rest of it. Which then meant I had to then spend all of my money on getting stuff for us. So yeah, we didn't really have any money. Basically, it was a bit tragic, but stories to tell the streams. Did I dance at the drum and bass rave? Did I video it? I think she has a video of me dancing at it, but yeah. Well, you don't really dance to drum and bass. Joseph McCreath, one of the best streams you've watched in a while. Thanks. No, one of the best streams you've watched in a while. Carry on doing them. Thank you very much for that, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I like these chill kind of streams like this. I miss streaming. I've not streamed for a while. I will definitely stream again soon. I won't stream tomorrow because of the Manchester Derby, but for sure I will be streaming again soon. I think my dad's probably going to be home soon, so I will end the stream when he does, but hopefully he takes a while so I can keep on streaming. Do like a living in a country for free or something like that vlog. Oh mate, I've wanted to do travel kind of vlogs, like not like a boring kind of vlog where it's just like, oh guys, look, I'm going somewhere, that most YouTubers do. But I don't know, like traveling for like £5. You can get insanely cheap flights, like one way. I'd fly get the 5 cheapest flights I could in a row from different airports. So I'd fly from like Bristol Airport, which is quite close to me, get the cheapest flight to wherever that is, get the cheapest flight from wherever I land to wherever the cheapest flight is, see where I end up. I mean, I'd probably die. I'd end up in like Syria or something. Although to be honest, I wouldn't mind going to Syria, or I do want to go to Iran, but apparently you're not allowed to go to Iran anymore. Um, Anything happened with the girl? Well, she lost all her money. Nothing else really. Uh, no. Um, where am I from? I'm from, well, I currently live in the south of England near Bristol. Um, I was born in Scotland though, but obviously I don't sound Scottish. But I used to live in Scotland for quite a while. Um, as well as that, I've also lived in France for like 5 years. I went to school in France, so I speak French. If any of my French viewers are here, then bonjour. We can have a conversation. Um, but yeah, yeah, I used to live in France. I've lived in Dorset and Hampshire in England, and Somerset where I live now. And I've lived in Scotland, near Edinburgh, and I lived in the north of France. So I've moved around quite a lot. Can you make another vlog like the one I did last time? It was absolutely amazing. What, the for the Man City game? I love doing vlogs. Yeah, I normally only do them for the big games, but I really like the editing and everything. Your mates in Iran? Yeah, from the racist man who tried to make me drink lots of wine in Cyprus. He told me that Iran was the nicest country he'd been to. Then he told me about India and how the people there are dirty, and then I said goodnight, and I kept watching Riverdale on my phone. Quality series. Well, it actually used to be. It's less so nowadays. Um, if you watch that, you'll probably know. Have I been to Bournemouth Beach? Oh, big up Bournemouth Beach. I used to basically live there. I used to go to Bournemouth Beach literally like every weekend. Back when I went to kindergarten. I was about 6, or no, how old was I? Like four or five, maybe 6. I'm not sure. But yeah, me and my friends used to go to Bournemouth Beach all the time and go like bodyboarding and stuff. Where did I live in Scotland? Um, Middle of nowhere, completely middle of nowhere. My dad was headmaster at a school, and he got a house as like with the headmaster job. Literally, like it was about 5 miles from the nearest house. It was in the middle of a forest on a hillside. Yeah, it was in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Um, it was about an hour away from Edinburgh, kind of like near. It was, I think, the town. I was born in Dundee. It was about an hour from Dundee, about an hour from Edinburgh, about an hour from Inverness. Dunkeld, yeah, Dunkeld. That's the name of the town. I doubt any of you know where that is, but yeah. Tony Show, you parle français. You're French. Are you French or do you just speak French? Elias B, have I been to Germany? I went to Germany last week. I went to the Dortmund game against Mainz, which was cool. Very, very, very impressive audience. Not audience. Who calls a football crowd an audience? No, I meant atmosphere. Very, very impressive atmosphere. Like they sang "You'll Never Walk Alone" at the beginning, which I didn't know. I thought only Liverpool and Celtic did that. But yeah, the atmosphere was insane. In before the jokes of me being a Man City fan and me thinking it's insane because City don't have an atmosphere. But yeah, it was really really nice. I was sat in the Mainz end. It's mental. I'd never experienced an atmosphere like that because in England you don't have like the ultras apart from like a few clubs like Crystal Palace, but they had ultras with megaphones at the front who'd like lead the chants. And yeah, it was mental. Like we it was all standing as well. We just turned up and we were sat at the front because we accidentally turned up 3 hours before kickoff. So we were just sat there, or no, not sat there, stood there. I was just tucking into a pretzel, or no, a bretzel, I think they're called, a pretzel and some Borussia Dortmund branded chocolate. And yeah, we were at the front, and it was fairly empty because obviously it was so early. All the ultras then turn up wearing full black with banners and like flares and stuff, and literally go straight where we are. And we were just in the middle of all the ultras, which was a bit intimidating. But yeah, it was sick, a really good experience. Um, Whereabouts in Hampshire? It was I've forgotten the name. I lived in a place called Verwood, and I lived in somewhere else. I lived quite near Salisbury and like Shaftesbury and those places. If you know where they are. Okay, this team is done, but it's not high enough rated by any means, so that's ideal. Wait, so I can bring that centre back in there. Need to get to a 78 rating. Have I ever been to Istanbul? No, I would love to go to Turkey. Well, I kind of have been. I don't know. I don't know if you can count going to Turkey as going to the. I've been, as I said, I've been to Cyprus, and I went like Cyprus has got two sides. It's got a Greek side, and it's got a Turkish side. The Turkish side, it's got the capital Nicosia is split, and I think quick bit of geography. It's the only capital in the world that is split, I believe. So one side's Turkish, one side's Greek, and yeah, I went to the Turkish side. So I went over the border, and they had like armed police and stuff. They actually had a demilitarized zone because there used to be a civil war there, and I went to take if you check my Instagram story and my highlights, you'll see there's a picture of it there. But I went to take a picture of the demilitarized zone, which is apparently illegal, and an armed guard pointed a gun at me and told me to delete the picture. But little did he know it had already been posted on my Instagram story, so you can check that out if you want. Go and follow me. I've forgotten what my Instagram is, but it's probably in the description or something. But yeah, I don't know if that counts as going to Turkey because it is Cyprus, but it's the Turkish side of Cyprus. But yeah, the Turkish side of Cyprus was a lot nicer than the Greek side. To be honest, I would really like to go to the actual kind of like full on Turkey, because yeah, it was really really nice. Like the people were really welcoming, and like it was also a lot cheaper. The Greek side, it was like first meal I had. I was so hungry. I'd not eaten because I I've been trying to like get healthier over my gap year. So I've been doing intermittent fasting where you don't eat breakfast. So I got on the flight, and UK time I got on the flight like 9 in the morning. It's like a 6 hour flight there. And with time zones, by the time I got there, it was like 6 o'clock. So I was so hungry. So I just went to the first place I could find to eat, and it was like £25 for some chicken. It was fully mental. Um, but yeah, the Turkish side, not only were the people a lot nicer, I found. At least I thought they were anyway. They were a lot more welcoming, but it was so cheap. Like I had basically the same meal for like £4. I had a Turkish coffee that was really strong for like 50p. I went in a mosque, which was cool. I'd never been in a mosque before, and it was so calm. Like I've probably I don't think I've been in like a calmer place. I felt so like chill. I was just walking around like barefoot. There were people praying like one of the corners, but the by the way the carpet, whoever put the carpet down in that mosque, did a good job. It was really soft. But yeah, I just strolled about in a mosque for about half an hour, which was fun. And then sat outside the mosque, and a stray cat came up to me, and I had just sat with a stray cat outside a mosque, so that was fun. But yeah, the Turkish side was really nice. It was a lot cheaper, and the people I think were nicer. I thought anyway. Okay, so I'm just looking. It's about 11k to do this SBC here. Have you been to Ireland? Yeah, I have been to Ireland. I went with my mum to Cork when I was a lot younger. I'm not sure how old exactly, but yeah, a lot younger. What's my Instagram? I believe it is Elias, Elias, underscore Buckley, Buckley. I believe it's that, anyway. When you were in Rome, you and your dad got scammed for a special that didn't have a price and it cost £100. That's not ideal. Um, I mean, I basically got scammed. I literally got given a chicken breast and it cost £20. Um, should have went to Dublin. Yeah. I wouldn't mind going to Ireland again. It's quite nice. Have I heard of Reading? Yeah, I've been to Reading Festival, um, which was pretty cool. Again, check my Instagram, you'll see that all the plugs. Um, yeah, I went to Reading Festival last year, and it rained all the time. It rained literally all of the festival, and it was just mud everywhere. And I got ill, and my tent flooded. But yeah, big experience. I might go again this year. I'm going to Boardmasters Festival, and if any of you guys are, do a fan meetup. Wait, so I accidentally committed a crime? Yeah, I did accidentally commit a crime, I think, and got a gun pointed at me, so that was nice. You went to Lanzarote and got an orange juice that cost £7. Amsterdam was probably the biggest rip-off though, because I was saying like Big Mac was like 10 quid, and what was it? An absinthe shot was 16. I need to put my Instagram in the description. Hold on, I will quickly put my Instagram in the description. I've also just received a message on my phone, so I will check what that is. I've just got 2 follows from Andro Luce and Joe McCreath, so thanks for that, guys. I will put my Instagram in the chat now. What jerseys have I got? In the background, I've got Man City from last season, PSG from last season, Barcelona from last season, and City from this season, and then I've got more down here. I normally like swap them around every now and again, but I've just forgotten to for ages. I'm just going to send my dad a message. Just live streaming. Thanks for the follow, Ethan123 and Nathan. Don't come upstairs, please. X. There we go. Because I don't want my stream to be interrupted by my father. Have I watched Peaky Blinders? Yes, I have. Peaky Blinders is one of my favourite series. I'm watching, what's it called? Dark Summer at the moment, which is good on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it, I'd recommend it. It's a brand new Netflix exclusive. I'm giving them free promo, but yeah, that's a good show. I'd recommend. It's like a bit like Walking Dead. Not that I've watched Walking Dead. I also just finished watching fairly recently Prison Break, which is very, very good. Prison Break, I would definitely recommend watching. Have I heard of Bracknell? No, I haven't. I don't think. Do a room setup tour? I would, but my setup's not changed that much from the last time I did one. If you look back on my channel, you'll find a very squeaky me about 3 years ago doing a setup video. My setup's changed a little bit. I think it looks a little bit nicer now, but it's not changed hugely in that time. Have I watched all 4 seasons? Yeah, I have. Awesome Gamer 241, thanks for the follower. What do I think is the fastest way of making coins? I think there's a lot of trading methods that can make you coins very quickly, like Hunter, Catalyst, Shadow, and like left and right forward. It makes you a lot of coins very quickly, but it just takes a lot of effort to make those coins. Like, you're having to constantly just be doing the same thing over and over and over again for a long time. And what I like about this League SBC method is I'm just opening packs and having fun. I prefer it. It's more kind of just chill. Like, I like being able to do this and just talk with the chat. I just find that kind of more fun. Got a few silvers that will have good value here. This guy is about like maybe 700 coins or so. What do you do after the bronze packs? You put all of the bad non-rare bronzes, so that aren't good for League SBCs, into the silver upgrade. You put all the rare ones into the Humble Beginnings SBCs, which is all the Icon SBCs have that, and that gets you a silver pack. And then use all of the bronzes that are good, like for League SBCs, all the ones in leagues that have League SBCs. You obviously like do the League SBC. Harvey Lewis, thanks for the follow on Instagram, dude. Okay, so we need this guy up here. Hopefully I've got some more Toulouse players. France, or Ligue 1 rather, is fairly expensive because a lot of the teams are mainly just made up of silvers. Like the quality of Ligue 1, there aren't that many amazing players in a lot of the teams. There's a lot of very average teams, basically. Do you know where Charminster is in Bournemouth? I've heard of it. I've not been there, as far as I can remember. You traded dead ones to silvers. Now look at all the League SBCs, especially like the J League and the Australian League and the Chinese Super League. All of the like bad League SBCs. Look at all of them and see which players you have. Like, look at if there are any teams where you have, I'd say like 5, 6, maybe 7 players from that specific team, then complete them. Just look to complete teams rather than leagues to start off. Once you've got a good amount of the leagues done, or teams done rather, that's when you can then focus on filling them out and doing all of the teams within the league. But you're going to start off normally by finding, like in La Liga, for example, if you do Bilbao, it's like 12k and you get a 45k pack, which is cool. There's a lot of ones like that which just give you good packs, and then as you progress, you will eventually have to kind of spend a little bit more. Like you'll have to maybe, I don't know what you've got. Huesca and Real Valladolid. They're the expensive ones in La Liga, but the other ones, apart from Real Madrid, are quite cheap. So you'll be able to do all of those, and then eventually you'll just have to bite the bullet and maybe pay like 20k to do Huesca. But you'll hopefully already have got some players. Like I've packed some Huesca players, which will make it a little bit cheaper. Is it profitable to buy most of them for Ligue 1? Not really, because you don't get amazing packs. I think there's a few that are profitable if you buy the players. La Liga is good if you buy the players. But yeah, doing it for Ligue 1 because it's a lot of silvers. It's not particularly worth it in my opinion. The midfielders are really expensive from Toulouse. Luckily, I've packed one of them, and he goes for like 5k. It's Zadient. Welcome to the stream, bro. Please, can I wish your sister Ray a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Ray. Hope you're having a good day. Do you think EA will have repeatable League SBCs next year? I'm not sure because they're gonna see how many people are making coins from them, and may not want that. I'm not sure. It would be cool if they did. They'll probably have them as repeatable to get different players, but you won't be able to get the same player. So once you've picked like one player, you won't be able to get them again. Jake Gaming, thanks for the follow. What about the Premier League for buying players? Yeah, the Premier League's not too bad. I mean, it's going to be cheaper if you back them, but yeah, you can definitely buy players in the Premier League. Because with the Premier League and La Liga, and for most of the teams in the Bundesliga, you're going to find that the majority of the players are already they're just going to be gold, so they're going to be quite cheap. Whereas like the Ligue 1 has a lot of teams that are like half silver. And the silvers are expensive to buy, but if you're buying golds, they're normally all going to be like under 1,000 coins, apart from if it's a really high-rated team. Just got back from college and you get so bored, tempted to do the League SBCs. I'd just do them, yeah. It's a fun thing just to kill some time. Also, you can just open bronze packs, like, wherever you are, really. Like, on the train, on the bus, open some bronze packs. Your brother Malaki is a big E2A fan. I'm a big fan of Malaki for being a big fan of me. Okay, so we've got quite a few Ligue 1 teams done. We've made some progress. We're up to 17 Ligue 1 teams completed. So should we just finish off Ligue 1? Because I can then do PSG and stuff. I can do some of the good ones. Okay, SM Caen. I used to live. They were my closest team in France. One of the main reasons I probably support Man City is because of the fact that the closest teams to me in France was Caen. They were 3 hours away, so I couldn't support like my local team because it would have literally taken as much time to get to England as it would to get to my local team, who at the time were in like the 3rd division. So that's why I ended up wanting to support an English team, and I just happened to support the team that my favourite player at the time played for, who was Joe Hart. If you've watched my streams, you'll probably know I tell that story a lot because I get called a glory supporter a lot. Which, I'm not a glory supporter. I'm literally just a Joe Hart supporter and turn into a Man City fan that way. If Joe Hart happened to still be playing for Shrewsbury, I'd be a Shrewsbury Town fan. So yeah, very random. It also, even more random, it was all because I used to play FIFA 10 mobile. I was addicted to that. That's the first FIFA I played. Yeah, I used to use England, and Joe Hart was my favourite player from that. Would you say the Championship SBC is profitable? Less so, because it's got a lot of silver teams, like a lot of silvers, and they're not like, it's not like with the Saudi League or something where you've got silvers and then lots of bronzes. It's mainly just silvers, apart from some of the teams that have got a few golds. So it's quite expensive. I've cleared some space there. I can sell those on. Have I met a Man City player? No, I haven't, but I do have this. I've got a signed David Silva card. I think it's signed. I bought it on eBay, and someone said it was signed, so it probably got scammed, to be honest. You got 700 players and you don't know what to do. Start looking at all the when you've got loads of players. Obviously, like, you can trade in all the bad ones into those upgrade SBCs, but just look at all the league SBCs, every single one of them, all the different leagues, and just look at how many players you've got from different teams. And as soon as you have like half the players, I'd say, then just go ahead and buy the rest and complete it. What's the most profitable? There's not like a most profitable league, I'd say. You've got a lot of good teams in a lot of leagues. It's more about just the players you have, like from doing all the packs that are going to make these profitable. So like, let's say La Liga, you have lots of players from La Liga. It's obviously going to be more profitable because you've got a lot of cards already. Whereas if you're buying all the cards from scratch, it's going to obviously be a lot more expensive. But like, there's a lot of really good teams. Like Bilbao in La Liga is like 10k, gives you a 45k pack. Valencia is the same. Besiktas and Fenerbahce, I believe, are also the same. There are a lot of teams that just give you really, really good packs for not too much coins, really. There's a lot of good ones. Okay, so we need basically a left or a right mid and a goalkeeper, and this one's good. You've done the Saudi League for the Super Sub Musa. He is a beast. Yeah, he does have a really good card. I took Giuliano from that one. I used Giuliano in an SBC. I took Giuliano because he's easier to link because he's Brazilian. So I linked him with Renato Augusto. Do I think Yaya Toure will get an icon? Yeah, I was saying earlier I think he probably will because of him being one of the best African players ever. What was my reaction to the Aguero goal? I was living in France at the time and I couldn't watch any games, so I listened to all of them. So it was I didn't have the iconic commentary. I had the radio commentary, but yeah, as you can imagine, pretty mental scenes. Got a good deal there on Samba. Got him cheaply. But yeah, I used to listen to the games, and I'd ring my dad, and we'd like my dad would watch the games, and I'd listen to the games, and then we'd like talk whilst watching the games, if that made sense. Talking to my dad, he just got home. I don't want to have to pay this much for the right and left mids. I'm gonna check Footbin and see what the cheap ways of completing these are, because yeah, these are really expensive. One without loyalty. Here we go. So this says to buy. You need to buy the fullbacks for this basically, and it makes it cheap. Do I stream on other platforms or just on YouTube? I've streamed on Mixer before, but I got like 5 viewers. So I'm streaming on YouTube now. I prefer YouTube because it turns into a video as well afterwards. So it's got like double benefits. People who can't watch the streams can watch it as a video afterwards, and obviously I'm growing my channel through them. And also I prefer having lots of people in the chat because it makes it a lot more fun. Because just streaming like for the sake of streaming is a bit boring, but when you can like talk to lots of people, it's fun. Okay, so I need a left back, and then I should be good for this one. During Team of the Season, yeah, you can repeat the whole league SBCs over and over. I just repeat all of them again and again. And during Team of the Season, you're obviously going to have all the blue cards available in packs. Right now, though, you've got Team of the Knockout stages and all that, which is why I'm doing it. And also, I'm going to be able to sell like 84s and stuff for more now than I will be able to during Team of the Season. Okay, so if I do this, and then move him down there, I can then make him a right wing back. Like that. So he'll now get, I think, 5 or 6 chem. And then I need a goalkeeper. And then I need him. So there we go, that works. We've got Condon, we get a 15k pack from this. Am I going to Leeds next year? Well, this year, like next term, well, next university year, if that makes sense. So in September. I've been applying for my accommodation and everything recently. I know my student finance and all that. Pavon. It's been ages since we've got a good player now. But I'm still getting players that are usable, like, and that will make me profit. And we only have 2 teams left for Ligue 1 now, so if we can get Ligue 1 done on stream today, I'll be happy. Although I think we now have the 2 most expensive teams to go, which are Reims and I don't know what the other team was. I think it's Reims, and Reims is 18k, and then I think we've got like Angers, or no, Amiens maybe. One of them. But yeah, Reims is 18k, and we get a 7.5k pack from it. And I only have 1 player from them, I think. So yeah, this one is going to end up being really expensive. I have 2 players. So this recommends to use the goalkeeper up front, because apparently their strikers are lowest. Yeah, this looks very expensive. Okay then, so I'm going to start off by just getting, there's another left back. They're 2 goals, they only have 2 are both left backs. So I need Conan. When do I think Team of the Season will come out? Probably in 2 weeks' time, or like in 2 Fridays' time. Yeah, it might be. It could be on this Friday, but EA would hype it up more, so I think it'll be the Friday after, maybe. Who do I think City will replace Fernandinho with? And Ndombele would be good. It's one of your options. If you get into Leeds, you'll probably go. Definitely go to Leeds. That would be sick. I think I need silvers for this now. Just needed to shut my door quickly. Okay, so I need silvers, and I think these are really, really expensive. Because there's just really random like positions where there's only one player for this team. I think it's like 20k. Okay, so I'll get that cam. I'm just gonna buy all the players I see really, and then just use them as they're needed. Okay, Martin, we'll pick him up. And yeah, they're all the silvers for that kind of price. Then I normally just increase the price bit by bit. And that's the easiest way of doing it is. I think it's the defenders that make this a lot because apparently, like according to Footbin, they have like 1 centre back or something. There's a right mid here. Ojo. Nice, we've got him. So yeah, I think I need to start looking at defenders now because they're going to be the expensive ones, and apparently they don't have a cheap striker. So I'm just going to look for defenders, but non-gold ones, because I obviously already have those 2 fullbacks. Okay, so centre backs and right back. I'm just checking Footbin again. You need a right back and centre back for this. Okay. Who do I want to win the Champions League? Barcelona. Few reasons. Firstly, FIFA. I've got Road to the Final Suarez, and he'll be like 97 if they win the Champions League. And also, I don't want Liverpool or Tottenham to win. I'd like Ajax to win. That would be cool. Also, though, I'm a really big Messi fan, as you'll know if you follow me on Twitter. And if he wins the Champions League, obviously, like it'll be 1 more Champions League than Ronaldo, so he's got like the advantage there. He'll win the Ballon d'Or. Well, he'll win the Ballon d'Or anyway, because it's not as if like Ronaldo is going to win the Champions League, obviously. And Messi's obviously just been far ahead of everyone, like in goals, assists, everything like that. City are going to lose to Brighton. Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. The type of thing City would do. Okay, so we need a bronze centre mid here, I think. I can get this guy actually for 2k, and I should be able to save some coins. Can I play you one day? Yeah, I'll play you. I'll play you sometime, mate. Some guy yesterday, I beat this guy in not in Rivals. I beat this guy in yeah, I think it was Rivals actually. Beat him like 2-0, I think. And he sent me a message saying like, for a YouTuber I'm really bad, and Company was my man of the match, Flashback Company, and he was like, oh, imagine having 3 prime icons and Company being your best player. So I then asked for a rematch. Because also he was like, oh, you just spend money on the game, and I was like, no, I haven't spent any FIFA points. And then he was like, well, I have, because I have money. So I was like, okay. Even though he had a really bad team, so can't have spent much money on it. So I asked for a rematch, and then I beat him 6-1 in the rematch. And then he said I only won because of the team I had. So then he randomly sent me an invite to play a game with Yeovil against Yeovil. And we ended up doing that, and then I won. Well, I won 3-0 because he rage quit at half time. So that was weird. That was at like 2 in the morning as I was watching Netflix. Okay, so I think this team's done now, hopefully. Quite expensive. You're a diehard Barcelona fan, but you wouldn't mind losing to Ajax as much. Yeah, like it would be cool. It would be really cool if Ajax won the Champions League. Yeah, look, I don't think that's a team like that, like an underdog, has won for ages. But yeah, I think Barcelona are the favourites, I think, anyway. And they're the team that out of all the teams left, the team that I'd most like to win. Okay, so I think we're done for this team. Not quite got the rating, which is probably why I need that gold card. Unless I use this guy, does this get the rating up? Not quite. I can use him, and then if I position change, can I use a bronze? No. Okay, so if I position change this guy to centre mid, should work. I think this should work now. Is your 1.5 million coins you have now good for a decent team this season? Yeah, for sure. You'll be able to build a really good team for that. Or you can do like league SBCs and stuff and get more players and stuff from that, hopefully. You think Liverpool will batter Barcelona? You think so? I don't know. I hope not. I just don't think they'll be able to cope with Messi. Like, Barcelona are not amazing apart from Messi. I mean, they've been good defensively this season, but they've not been like outstanding. But yeah, I don't think they'll be able to cope with Messi. Okay, we only have Angers left now. So I'm going to quickly check. I think Angers is about 18k, but I already have a few of the players. Angers is actually only 11k, and we get a decent pack from it too. Okay, so this says to use a goalkeeper up front, and then just get some golds. Basically, the core of this team is golds. And it says to not buy a right back. Okay, so firstly what I do is just go and look for like the cheapest card. Normally just get like some bronzes or silvers or whatever. So we've got a centre back there. So he's going to be my right back. Then I need a core of the team as golds. They're the midfielders and the centre backs. And then there's a silver right mid and a left back I need. And then we'll have done the Ligue 1 SBC. Last time you played them, you beat them 4-0. Yeah, but that was in a preseason friendly. So it doesn't really count. Okay, so 800 coins or so. I think there's a fair few guys there. Already have the centre backs, so I'll just buy the left back because I need a left back anyway. And then I think I just need golds from now on. I don't think there are any other silvers. Actually, no, there is a right mid that I need. Unless he's a right winger. It is so hot in my room right now. It's really hot weather, and I have two massive like softbox lights. It's honestly so hot. I don't know if you can see. I'm just sweating. This is basically cardio. I'd like Ajax. I'd like Ajax to win. It would just be really cool. Catch you later. Yeah, I'll see you later, Daniel Moffat. Thanks for that, man. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Okay, so we need some golds now. I think they're all quite cheap. It's just like a centre-back, some midfielders. I might even already have some of these, but I'll just buy the first ones we see because I want to get this SBC done quickly, and then I'm going to do PSG and like any of the really good SBCs from Ligue 1, which there aren't many of because Ligue 1 is one of the worst ones in terms of profitability. There aren't that many amazing teams in it. But yeah, once I've done this, I'll do those good packs, and then I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and go to bed. Actually, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to watch Nepenthes' stream for a bit and just chill. And then, yeah, then I'll definitely go to bed because I went to bed at like 4 in the morning yesterday because I was doing these League SBCs, which kind of ruined my sleep schedule because I've been getting back into sleeping like a normal time and then getting up at like 9 in the morning. But yeah, I kind of got out of that. Okay, so what I need... Have I got everyone? Yeah, I think no, I need another centre-back. There's a gold centre-back I need. Actually, I can just get anyone, to be honest. I've just got a message. Who's this from? Hello. Hello, mate. I assume that's from someone watching the stream. Okay, so I'm just going to buy the cheapest card I can see here. There is a centre-back somewhere. Actually, yeah, I'll just buy this centre-back here, the silver. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants Spurs to win the Champions League. Imagine if Spurs won the Champions League, though. Like, not winning the league for like 70 years and then their first major trophy for ages being the Champions League. That would be, like, so random. I just really want Ajax or Barcelona to win. Hopefully Liverpool get knocked out. I mean, sorry to all the Liverpool fans in the stream, but I just don't want Liverpool winning the Champions League. I mean, imagine it, I could just see Liverpool winning the double or something, and that would genuinely, like, I'd want to die. Okay, so I'm going to take Rabiot here. I think, yeah, 87, and as a central player, he's going to be easier to link than Thauvin for SBCs. So we've got Ligue 1 done. I've already got Depay, and now I'm going to do a couple of the profitable ones. So what have we got? I think the main one is PSG, because that gives you a 45k pack. Then Lyon's good, and Marseille's okay, and I think Monaco is also okay. Jake McLean, Ole's at the wheel. It's more like Princess Diana at the wheel now, to be honest, or Marcus Alonso. Okay, yeah, they've kind of gone off the rails. Okay, so I need. It's apparently one loyalty. I will probably have most of the PSG players I need. I've got a load of new Instagram followers, so thanks for that. My dad wants to come upstairs apparently. So I probably only have about 10 minutes to stream because he just got back from work, so I assume he's going to go to bed. Yeah, I've got all the PSG players I need. So I'll be able to do this one easily. Or actually, no, I will have to buy a few because I'm not going to use like Buffon and Thiago Silva. But I do think I have a few untradables maybe. Yeah, I've got Nkunku. Okay, so I might use Meunier too. I think you need Meunier because you need an 81 rating for this. But yeah, I've got quite a few of the players I need. I need to get Draxler, Kazawa, Kera I've already got. So I need Kimpembe, Rabiot. I need just a few slightly higher rated cards there. But we get a 45k pack for this, and it's about 15k. So that's not bad. What's my gamer tag? It is EJBW. My initials. You got gold 3 rewards if I want them this week? Yeah, okay, I'll open them, dude. I've not done a rewards opening for ages. What I'll do is I'll open them, and if they're good, I'll do a video on them, and if they're bad, I won't. If that's okay, because like at this stage of FIFA, it's a bit boring to see like normal kind of gold 3 rewards unless you get something really good. But if you get something really good, people want to see that. If that makes sense. Given it's only just going to be like one set of rewards, probably. I'll try and get some more people's, but yeah, I didn't play Champs this week. I will be playing it next weekend though. First time in ages. I've not played it for ages. Roberto, my Instagram is in the chat. I think we've got a fair few followers from today's stream, so thanks for that. I don't have many Instagram followers, so that needs boosting. Cool, Gracie. Nice one. I assume that guy is a viewer, the one who's just added me. Okay, so hopefully we can find someone in like the last few minutes. I think I need Rabiot, Kimpembe, and who else? I've forgotten. You got Div Rivals too. Oh, nice one. I've got some Div Rival rewards too, actually. So yeah, it's not going to be awful. We'll have a fair few packs. Okay, so we'll get Adrien Rabiot, who apparently is very out of favour at PSG. Eddie Hanley, see you later. I will next be streaming, not tomorrow because of the Manchester derby, but hopefully on Thursday. And probably on Friday too, because I expect we'll have some new content then. If you follow me on Twitter, you might already be, I'm not sure, but if you're following me on Twitter, I will typically tweet out. But if not, just you see my videos in the evening. I normally, if I'm going to be streaming, I normally say in my video. So I said in my, did a video on the player pick packs earlier, and I mentioned that I'd be streaming. So yeah, I try and mention the fact that I'll be streaming in my videos. But yeah, I normally tweet out about it and sometimes do like YouTube stories and stuff. If you turn on notifications, you'll be updated when I stream. But yeah, that was a good deal. Should be around the same kind of time as now, like 8-9 p.m. till 11. That's when I normally like to stream because that's after I've eaten and been to the gym and all that kind of stuff. I can just chill. I was a bit later today than I wanted to because I was on the phone to my mum. But yeah. I reckon it will probably be Thursday. and then definitely Friday because I think we'll have some new content then. But yeah, I'm really tired now, and I'm so thirsty. I wish I'd brought a bottle of water with me. I just have that small can of Coke because it is like if you're in the UK, it's really hot right now. At least for the UK anyway. Like, I mean, I was a typical English person a couple of days ago. I went fishing, and it's probably only like 20 degrees, but it was like I thought it was very hot, so I was just sat by a lake, shirtless, and then got sunburnt. You always see that like in the UK, as soon as there's the merest bit of sun, you just see everyone out like wearing shorts, no shirts on, sunglasses, as if they're on holiday everywhere. Thanks for that, Roberto. Grossy, before I end the stream, can I react to a picture of your team? Yeah, sure. Just hit me up on Twitter. Ed Galvin, I see what you're doing. Yeah, go follow Ed as well as me. You never post anything on Instagram though. What's my weirdest fishing experience? There's probably a lot I can't think of because I used to. Don't know if I've mentioned this before in videos. It's something I was saving for maybe like a 100k special. Because before I did FIFA YouTube, I had a fishing YouTube channel. Yeah, I didn't really know that was a thing either. But yeah, I had a fishing YouTube channel. I did some fairly questionable videos on there when I was about 11 or 12, and yeah, I was going to do a video reacting to those at some point when I hit a milestone. If I ever hit 100k, then I'll probably do a video reacting to them because they're quite funny. But yeah, when I was a lot younger, I did fishing YouTube videos. But I've done some like fishing competitions and stuff. Don't know if I've had any amazing experiences. I've broken a fair few fishing rods that were quite expensive, so that was good. I caught an eel once that wrapped around my arm, which was weird. The biggest fish I've caught. I've caught carp over £20, which isn't particularly big. I went fishing in a lake like a couple of days ago. I didn't catch anything there, but there was some really big carp in there. I caught a salmon once on completely randomly. I was pole fishing in a river and caught a salmon, and the salmon turned out to be dead. So I don't know how I caught it. Upload something from it. Hang on. I'm going to find it so that I can show you part of the video without you seeing the channel name, because if not, everyone's going to go and watch it now. I'm just going to quickly find a really cringy video. Hang on. I'm going to end the stream on this. I'm going to do one more SBC, and then I have 21 subs, boys. Okay, I believe I just have to press this. And if I now turn my volume on as well, hang on, bear with, desktop audio, turn that on. Have a watch of this.
Hello, today I'm fishing on a local lake in Leicester where we're going to be fishing conventional and commercial approaches for bream.
My face looks so swollen, looks like I've just been in an acid attack.
First one.
Yeah, anyway, that's a very brief glimpse of one of my fishing videos, which I think you guys will have seen.
Hello, today I'm fishing
Don't know
on
why
a
I just
local
showed
lake.
that to a couple of hundred people. Did you guys see that? I'm not sure if that came up or not, because I haven't used like the computer screen bit of my stream for ages. I'm just gonna do the Lyon SBC, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I'm very tired. But I think I already have like all the players. But yeah, there's a lot more of that, or there's not a lot more. There's about I'd say maybe five of those videos. But yeah, that's 5 too many. But yeah, I could do a video like showing all of them and actually reacting to them at some point. It could be funny. More so for other people rather than for me. Okay, so I need... Who else? I guess I need this guy. Put him in there. How can I make this work? I showed the title. Oh dear. The annoying thing is, I've had. Oh no, actually, thanks for the sub. Actually, there's a worse channel. I forgot. I think it was between doing FIFA and doing my famous fishing videos. I had a much worse channel than any of those things imaginable, and hopefully neither of you are gonna find any of you are gonna find it. But one day I will react to those videos. I'm not even gonna say what they are because they're that cringy. And I really hope that you can't find that channel through the channel that people have now just found. I really hope, because it's very, very cringy. And I want to save that to do a video on. But yeah, I had an even cringier channel. And yeah, I'm not even going to say what type of videos I did on it, because they were that cringy. But yeah, a large amount of cringe. And now Edgar Alvin is just promoting my channel. Which one's this? Yeah, this is just Somerset Angling. Wait, let me see. Good. Oh, you can see that I used to like all my own videos on it. But yeah, I think I'm safe. I don't think you guys can find the worst channel on YouTube. Because yeah, I do have a much worse channel than that one. And I'm not going to say what it is because it is so bad. Okay. What more do I need for this SBC? I reckon if I do... Actually, I know I can do this. Look. Put him there. Do that. And then I can position change him to a right forward. And I think I'm now playing my own stream. Oh no, I'm not. I need to turn the audio off there. Joel Fisher, you know the channel. Do you know the one I'm talking about? I've got a new comment on the video. I just got an email about it. Oh dear. Grossy, thanks for the comment. How did I let this out? I'll leave a like on it. It's only got 4 likes. Don't spread... Oh, the like-dislike ratio is very bad. Don't spread it around too much, because I do want to do a video reacting to this at some point. We're finished with Alvaro right there. It's on skateboarding. It's not on skateboarding, although I've done some bad skateboarding in the past. I've not filmed any of it. I'd say it's worse than that. Definitely. Why is Twitter's just updated and looks awful? Grossy, your team. Wow, your team is sick. Let me just show this on the stream and quickly delete the tab that shows my old channel. That is a sick team. Any changes anyone would make to that team? I don't know. Left back is the only place. Maybe I'd get like SBC Haps. I would from the Eredivisie, just because he's got a really good card. And Robertson doesn't have a card that reflects his rating. Oh, we get is that a Huesca player? No, I thought I got a Huesca player. Yeah, I'd get SBC Haps because he's got like 94 pace or something. Apart from that though, that team is very nice. Obviously you can upgrade like Son and people eventually, but that's a really cool team. Could you react to one clip of FIFA Rage, please? Not right now, because I do need to end the stream, because my dad really wants to go to bed apparently, and I'm stopping him go to bed. However, I will next stream. At the end of my next stream, this is going to be a new thing I do in my streams, I will, for the people who've stayed in the whole stream, I'll do some different like non-FIFA stuff. So like this time here, you've found out about my old fishing channel. Maybe I might show a bit of the other channel that I'm talking about. It's fairly similar to the skateboarding, as in it's an extreme sport. I say extreme, not in the the videos I was doing. But also, thanks for all the Instagram followers, up to 250, boys. Anyway, that was a really cool stream. Ended up finishing off the league on SBC, and also ended up doing Lyon and PSG again, but got loads of bronze packs open too. So I will end up on my next stream, hopefully being able to do probably like the Saudi League, Chinese Super League, those types of ones, and I'll try and finish off the Serie A as well, because I have some of the more expensive teams. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, I'll catch you later. I'll have like 2 videos hopefully tomorrow, 1 or 2, and yeah, live stream on Thursday.